A hitman and a cop have their partners viciously murdered.
My partner was clipped.
You gave me your word. You're getting out of that business.
So they team up to find out who ordered both hits.
I'm not interested in some disposable hired hitter. I want the guys who took out your partner.
But seeking revenge is never easy.
I can't let you go on some killing spree.
In Bullet to the Head.
Hi, I'm Sean.
I'm Aaron.
And I'm Liz, and we're here to talk about the newest film from Rocky Rambo, Mr. Expendable himself, Sylvester Stallone, Bullet to the Head. We've all just seen it. What do you guys think?
Bullet to the Head has some problems. I like seeing Stallone back. It's fun, but the script is weird.
It's not so good.
It's not
hard
so
to
good.
follow. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just we don't really know what the bad guys want. And this script is an adaptation of a French graphic novel. And
what's the name of that graphic novel, Aaron?
Diplôme dans la tête, actually.
Basically, Bullet to the Head in French.
Yes, and it tells the story of a hitman and a police officer who team up to find out who killed their respective partners.
And you telling me that explains the through line of the movie to me, because watching the movie, I was like, why are they together? And I think that the script just shoves everything together so quickly in an effort to get to the action.
Yeah. I mean, it really felt like Walter Hill, who's the director, and he's a talented director, he's made a lot of good movies, knew he didn't have a very good script, and he sort of rushes us through it as quickly as possible so that we don't sit there and go, what is going on?
Why did this happen?
I still did this happen, but we still did.
Yeah, and there are some funny buddy action moments between Kang and Stallone. It's really fun to see their back and forth, and I think that was definitely something that helped the picture.
You don't just kill a guy like that!
I just did.
Sung Kang plays Taylor Kwan, who's
the DC cop who plays by the rules.
Right, the
Yes.
counterpart to Stallone.
Yes.
And I thought his performance was good, but as a character, I couldn't understand why he was so angry at Stallone all the time, even though Stallone's always saving him, no matter what.
The real answer to that is that that's the buddy cop genre,
Thing.
or the buddy action genre, if you will, is
Right.
that they have to be in some kind of opposition to each other. Here, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense all the time why they're opposing each other, other than one's a hitman and one's a cop. But I did like Sung Kang. I mean, he's been in the last few Fast and Furious pictures, and I thought that added an interesting dynamic to an action picture. You had Kang, who has a Korean background, and you have Stallone, who has an Italian background, and their back and forth really made this something unique.
You're one of them phone guys, huh?
I can't do my job without it. You know, I could use this as a weapon. I could jam your throat, hit your temple, bang. You'd be toast.
And I just sit there, right?
In general, the cast is a multicultural cast, which is interesting because the script itself has a lot of disregard of political correctness. So
Right.
it's this nice tension between like actually going for a diverse cast and then making fun of the diversity that is involved.
We should talk about Jason Momoa.
Keegan.
Playing the villain Keegan, yes.
Khal Drogo himself.
Yes.
Or Conan the Barbarian.
He's a special forces type Green Beret guy who loves killing people and does it very well. And he's the best villain. There are 3 villains in this movie, and the other 2 aren't that great, but he's awesome. He's evil, he doesn't say much, he's big and imposing, and he has an ease about him when he's in action scenes and fighting people.
Oh! Ouch. You okay?
Let's talk about Sly. I mean, sure, he's got his own movie again that's not The Expendables. And listen, he's good at what he does. He's an action superstar, and he's called on to do a professional job, and he does.
And he sort of makes fun of himself, too, throughout the film. You know, his one-liners are very reminiscent of his 80s one-liners, and he's not afraid to poke fun at himself.
The movie itself is obsessed with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, we go back into the character of Jimmy Bobo's history, and we see this array of mugshots, and they're really just stills from
His
Rambo
life.
and Rocky.
From First Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
The character is a loner and is a little bit down the dirt sometimes, and I think that his physicality right now that he has works with the role.
So Walter Hill directed the picture. We've already mentioned his name. 48 Hours, of course, also The Warriors, Streets of Fire. So he's a veteran of the action genre. It's not his best film, that's for sure.
Yeah.
48 Hours was a better buddy action film. But, you know...
Eddie Murphy, man.
Eddie Murphy. But he's got some talented cast members, so he does a good job there. He does input some style that I found interesting. Basically, I believe he knew he had a bad script and said, I got to inject some kind of energy in there. And he does through some editing techniques that are interesting.
The choreography and the fighting is directed very well. It seems like Walter Hill knows what he's doing in that regard.
Basically, there are a lot of action films that are coming out right now. This film has the best performances and the best camera and the best direction out of all three of those films, The Last Stand, Parker, and Bullet to the Head. It's just the script that really is hard to get through.
While the movie does have some script problems, it's fun to see Stallone, and it's better than a bullet to the head. So I'm going to say stream it.
Bullet to the Head hits you hard and fast with its style and great performances. However, the story problems make it not worth a trip to the theater. So I say, stream it.
Although there are some real problems with the way that the story unfolds, Bullet to the Head is a fun action movie that's worth a watch at home. Stream it.
Cheers. Hey, yo.
Yo!
Ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Sorry, did I just hear a cat? Yeah.
I've tried for 5 Easter eggs already, and that's our Easter egg.